Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Top 10 Tuesday episode. Yes, this week episode 78 is going to be top 10 favorite space horror films of all time. So now, this is referring to films that actually take place in space, not just aliens coming down to Earth. Because that would actually be pretty easy to do. Oddly enough, it is actually pretty hard to break down top 10, fully intergalactic horror films because there's a lot of bad ones, but there is a fair amount of good ones though too. So I had fun with this list. Yeah, of course, every time I think of space horror films, I always think of all the, the really crappy sequels from the main franchises like, Leprechaun 4 and Hellraiser Bloodlines I actually really do care for. I actually like that film. Of course, Jason X, Critters 4, among ones, but anyways. Space horror films, man. I wish they would make a lot more of them because there's a lot of really good ones. So, but without further ado, let's get right into this. Taking it back to, I believe, 1989 with Dead Space. Now, Dead Space is kind of a remake of Forbidden World. In a sense, it's kind of got the same storyline for the most part. As Forbidden World, you can kind of see the storyline right there. Another one of these, control research, type storylines where, shit goes bad after people, hear a distress call and things like that. So it's very kind of similar, but it's a fun film, man. It's a fun film. And it's actually kind of storylines you hear mostly through this top 10 list. A lot of the storylines in space horror films are very much the same. It's kind of funny. But yeah, if you never checked out Dead Space, give it a shot, man. It's, a cheap, Roger Corman produced film. So yeah, you know what you're going to get with that one. Dead Space in at number 10. In at number 9 is one from 1968. My boy Derek D. Bougier, 86 sent me. The Green Slime. Basically, this one is about a group of astronauts or whatever. They are returning back to their space station, and some of this alien goop has gotten on them, and they brought it back to their station, and then all hell breaks loose. The Green Slime is pretty cheesy. It's pretty fun. It really is one of those films you just have a lot of fun with. It's not a great movie by any means, but if you can have fun with it, yeah, you can have fun with it. So, but yeah, The Green Slime, nothing more, nothing less. Give it a shot. 1968 goodness. Yeah, in at that was number 9. In at number 8 is Pandorum. Pandorum, however you want to pronounce it. Of course, with Dennis Quaid, Ben Foster. I haven't watched this one pretty much since it first came out, so I can't quite remember all the details, but I remember really digging this one. It's kind of very, almost atmospheric, kind of isolated feeling and stuff about these guys that wake up in this chamber, not really knowing how they got there or who they are, and then they've got to basically unfold the mystery of, who they are and why they're there and things like that. So, pretty interesting film though. Like, I actually should revisit this one sometime soon. I believe it says 2009. That sounds about right. So, but yeah, of course, yeah, Ben Foster, really great actor. Dennis Quaid, pretty interesting cast. So, Pandorum, cool flick. And that was in at number 8. In at number 7 is another Roger Corman produced film, and that's Galaxy of Terror. This one again, super low budget Roger Corman film. You pretty much know what you're going to get with this one. Of course, you got Sid Haig in this one, younger Sid Haig. I can't remember exactly the year this one came out in. I want to say it came out in, I'm not even sure, sometime in the 80s. No, I think Galaxy of Terror actually came in 81. I think I did a review for this in my 81 series. Yeah, I think I did actually. So you want to hear my full thoughts on it, check out the 81 series anyways. But yeah, this is another one of, those kind of rescue type deal things where they head out to this ship, and of course there's carnage ensues. These people are forced to face their fears and things like that. So Galaxy of Terror, man, really, really fun, low budget cheese, man. I have a lot of fun with this one, Galaxy of Terror. In at number 7. And at number 6 is, of course, Forbidden World, also known as Mutant. I have it on the Mutant cover because I actually just like the cover art a lot better, but as you can see right here, it does have the reversible and the alternate title. So, pretty cool release by Shell Factory. Mutants, yeah. So basically, it's about a bunch of scientists on this space station, and they're kind of creating a new life form called Subject 20. And of course, Subject 20 turns on them and starts taking out the humans, starts feeding off them. Because what Subject 20 is supposed to be like this new kind of major galactic food crisis. Yeah, so they're creating like a new food source. But of course, it backfires, and they start getting taken out in this isolated, kind of space station type deal. Mutant, really, really fun stuff. Really like this film. This one is from the early 80s too, I believe. 82 or 83 or something like that. But yeah, give this one a shot. Really, really fun stuff. Yeah, Mutants, good stuff. And of course, that is number 6. In at number 5 is It, the Terror from Beyond Space. I actually did a full-length review for this one too on my channel, on my random horror review series. So if you want to know my full thoughts, check that out. But this one right here is, pretty much about this survivor. He's claiming, the survivor of this mission, he's claiming that, his crew is all taken out by some crazy monster. So, of course, this crew goes out there to see what's up, and carnage ensues. So, another one of these type rescue deals that, doesn't play out as well as they want to. Yeah, really fun film. It's kind of cheesy in parts, but it's super fun. Really, really fun film. And now I remember this, 69 minutes, super fast watch from 1958. So yeah, if you want a quick little space mission, check out It from the Terror from Beyond Space. Really, really fun stuff. I love the way the monster looks in this too. It's awesome. Good stuff. So yeah, It. In at number 5, in at number 4 is one of the newer ones on the list here, and it's Last Days on Mars with Lee Shriver. This is a good film, man. Pretty cool stuff. Basically what happens on this one, these guys are on their last day on their mission, and they find what they think is to be like some new alien life form. Anyways, they don't want the rescue crew, not the rescue crew, but the crew that's taking over their position to take full claim for it, so they stick around. And it doesn't really go that well for them because these people start getting infected. It's kind of like an infection zombie flick in a way. I would say more of an infection film, really. But yes, shit goes crazy, once this life form kind of starts doing some shit. Really fun film. I wasn't really expecting a whole lot from this one. I don't know what it was. When I went into this one, I wasn't really expected to care for it too much, but I really ended up liking this movie. I thought it was actually quite fun. Surprised it didn't get more love when it came out, a couple years ago. I think 2014, I think it came out in. But Last Days on Mars, check it out. Pretty cool film. In at number 4. In at number 3 is the classic Event Horizon from 97, I believe, starring Lawrence Fishburne, Sam Neill, of course. Two great actors, man. I love Sam Neill. He's just such a fucking underrated actor. Really good stuff. And of course, Event Horizon is a huge spaceship that had gone previously missing a bunch of years earlier. And so these guys, they're sent out to go and find Event Horizon after they kind of hear like a minor distress call. They kind of get some idea of life that, Event Horizon's, still out there. So they go out there and, yeah, shit transpires into darkness. So, really cool film, man. Actually, this is, Event Horizon is one film that, it gets talked about, but it never gets mentioned as one of like the greatest 90s horror films, which is kind of a shame because it's a good movie. It's a really, really well done film. Great acting, good effects, and things like that. So, Event Horizon, if you've never seen this one, give it a shot, man. It's really good. Really, really good stuff. So that is number 3. And at number 2 is Mario Bava's Planet of the Vampires from 1965. Yeah, it's amazing how Mario Bava can capture atmosphere in any type of film that he does. Of course, this one is taking place on some foreign planet type deal. About these guys are on a space mission. They're flying through space, and they get what they think is a duress call from this planet. So they land there, and then all of a sudden, the crew members start to go crazy. They start going really crazy. They start fighting each other, and things start going crazy. They really they don't understand what the hell's going on. They come across some death and other types of life forms and things like that. And yeah, and then shit goes out of control for them. So pretty interesting film, kind of a little misleading, I would say, because there really is no vampires in this film. It's more about kind of like alien life forms and things like that. But definitely give this one a shot, man. If you're a big fan of Mario Bava's work prior to this, I would say, Black Sunday, things like that, and of course Black Sabbath and things. He manages to capture like that Black Sunday atmosphere in this space film. It's really crazy, man. He's got these really cool reds and greens that are going on, lots of smoke and atmosphere, really cool shots, really cool editing too at times and things. I would say to be a very, very slow burn, but it's very atmospheric and it's very entertaining because you don't really know where it's going. You're kind of going, okay, like when are they going to show the creatures, or is there creatures, or what's going on? It's a cool film, man. Some of the dialogue is really funny in this one. It's kind of cheesy at times. Of course, it is dubbed because it's an Italian film, but it's, at times just the dialogue itself, it just comes out hilarious. It's so funny. But a really cool premise and a very well done film, and a very underrated Mario Bava film, I have to say, Planet of the Vampires. Give this one a shot. It's really good. Transfer is awesome on this. Like I said, the colors kind of pop out in this, and it looks great, man. It looks great. So, Planet of the Vampires, check it out, number 2. And of course, in at number 1, this film needs absolutely no introduction. I grabbed the anthology, but I am talking about the very first film, Alien, which is, in my opinion, one of the best horror films ever made, and it's the best one in the franchise, in my opinion. I love Alien. It's atmospheric. It's just amazing. It's such an amazing film. It's great stuff. So, but yeah, that is going to do it. Don't need to talk about Alien anymore, do I? So that is going to do it for the top 10. We'll do a quick little recap here. In at number 10 is Dead Space. Number 9, Green Slime. Number 8, Pandorum. Number 7, Galaxy of Terror. Number 6, we got Mutant or Forbidden World. Number 5 here? Yeah. It. The Terror from Beyond Space. Check that film out. It's really fun stuff. Number 4, Last Days on Mars. Number 3, Event Horizon. Number 2, Planet of the Vampires. And of course, number 1, Alien. That is going to round out my top 10. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, I did leave off Ghost of Mars. I actually enjoyed Ghost of Mars. I know it's not the greatest work that Carpenter ever did. I really enjoyed it. Another film that I left off that isn't really a horror film, but it all takes place in space, and it kind of sets the stage for his career, which is John Carpenter's career, as Dark Star. It's a really odd kind of dark humored comedic take on space, being in space, and it's just a really, really odd film. I think that one's really cool. Starship Troopers is another really fun one. But yeah, I just wish they'd make more of these type of films, because there's a lot of fun ones, and space is an interesting thing to explore. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for episode 78. As always, check you guys later. Deuces. Peace.